I think maybe you try, fucking, big black dick, once.
I don't think I would have thought of it on my own. It's more like, she's super tapped into like what her OnlyFans messages want, as well as like what the fans in general want. And actually, that's part of it is because we did a TikTok, like a joke TikTok at the AVN Awards in January, where Plug Talk actually won best porn podcast.
Nice.
And but we did like a fake out thing where like I asked him like, who's the hottest girl here or whatever, and he's like, I think it's her, and he like walks away with her under his arm or whatever, which like, that was like a total joke. Like we had not thought about it at all. But after that, we just kind of realized like, oh, this is the biggest thing we could possibly do by far is introduce other dudes into what we got going on. And it honestly like has made the world like a billion times more interested in our sex lives, because even like Plug Talk has gone fucking insane, even though this content is not on there. It's just like, I don't know, like somehow the idea of me being down for her to fuck other dudes is like a billion times more interesting to people than the idea of us banging girls together, even though I'm sure people want to see that too.
Well, I think if you guys are in a relationship where it's cool to like have threesomes and bang girls together, cool. Would you ever be considering your wife? I don't know how I want to refer to her as respectful as possible. Your wife,
just my wife, yeah.
Your wife, Lena, her getting gang banged by you and another another guy. Like, would you guys like ever do that? Like, you two rail or train on her, or
gang bang is a lot because that usually means like 3 or more dudes,
Okay.
But definitely on Plug Talk in the near future, only plugtalk.com, we're gonna like me and another dude are gonna bang together. And we were actually having that conversation last night. Like, could it be a black dude? Should it be a white guy? Like, what direction should we go with this? Because that was one thing that we didn't really expect is that the fact that the dude is black clearly is like one of the most interesting things about this to people. Like the racial element of it for some reason is the biggest thing to people.
So you are considering, it's not even consideration. You are gonna basically go with another guy. You're trying to find someone to fuck with you to fuck your wife.
Yeah, because we actually did it one time back in the day, like when we were partying. Like I fucked her with a friend of mine. Like within like the first month or two that I even knew her, like way before we were dating. And I'm not gonna lie, it's like a really good memory. Like damn, that was hot. But I started like dating her after that, so I felt like like that. You don't do that with your significant other. So we like never pursued that afterwards. But realizing now how big of a thing it would be on OnlyFans and everything seems like a pretty easy decision,
Okay, so.
And I want you to be the guy, but we could talk about that more later.
Okay, well, look, so let's just go back. So you guys have had this thought for a long time about you and, his name's Jason, the other porn star?
Well, Jason ended up being the first guy, yeah. But I mean, honestly, we didn't even talk about it until maybe like 6 months ago.
Right.
And then
so it's been a thing for 6 months, though. Yeah.
Slowly, we just kind of thought about it. And then after the wedding and everything, it just kind of fell into place because he happened to be in town one day. And it was like Saturday morning. She's like, hey, do you mind if I go shoot with Jason tomorrow? And I'm like, no.
So the wife asked
I'm so glad I didn't have more time to like fucking think about it,
So she said to you, hey honey, do you mind if I go shoot with Jason tomorrow? A scene, a porn, and you said no. I don't mind at all.
Yeah. Because I mean, we had already planned on it. Like we had already talked about it. I had already basically.
Now let's talk about this.
Fair
enough. Let's talk about the after effects of everything. After it happens, how do you feel? And be honest. Before she comes in here, before anyone, how did you feel after this happened?
So basically, it was like a sequence of different emotions. So like before she did it, I would describe myself as like a little worried. Like I had agreed to it, but I was still like worried. Like, am I gonna trip out? Like, am I gonna hate the feeling of knowing that she did this? Am I,